This one is for you if you had to figure things out too early as a child, if no one was really there to make you feel safe and supported, if you had to be strong too early, if you were the mediator, the diplomat, the problem solver of the family, and eventually your needs always came last. It is also possible that you might have some codependency situations where you are chronically helping or saving people who don't really seem to be wanting to change. So let's do some EFT tapping to do some inner child healing and to release some of these deeply ingrained patterns that make us tolerate less than we deserve today. Even though I had to grow up too fast as a child, I never really got to be a carefree, happy child. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And even though I learned early that my needs are not important and that I have to support other people to have some stability in my life, I choose to acknowledge how hard that was. Even though part of me still desperately wants someone to take care of me today. Maybe I'm fantasizing about this amazing person saving me and solving all of my problems. I deeply and completely accept myself and this deep need I have to this day. I had to grow up so fast. I had to be strong and responsible. I never really got to be a carefree child. There was always tension or worries around me. There was something or someone I had to handle or make happy. I was very good at stopping fights before they started because I just knew what to do or what to say to stop escalation. And because I was so good at that, people came back for more. So I learned very early that my needs come last. Maybe I don't even know what my needs are. Nobody protected me the way they should have. I had to protect myself. And to this day, I have a deep feeling of unsafety about life. I can never fully relax. I must make sure to keep the house standing. I learned that if I didn't help others, things got worse or emotionally horrible for me. Maybe I could not stand to see someone upset or helpless. I became the responsible one, the capable one, the one that people come to when they have a big problem or need advice. And even when I'm falling apart on the inside, I can switch and be the most productive for someone else's problems. But I don't feel the same way about my own life. I don't get to be messy or uncertain for myself. And there's this part of me that is just waiting for someone to manage everything. Waiting for someone to say, I've got you. You are not alone. You can go relax now. I've got you covered. Growing up too fast taught me some things that still live in my mind and body. It taught me that I'm responsible for other people. It taught me that asking for help is weakness. That asking for help is disturbing or annoying other people. That asking for help means I am incapable or stupid. I have to earn my place by being useful. I need to help others. Otherwise, they won't value me. Maybe people will even get mad at me or stop seeing me if I don't bring them something. I've learned that love is conditional to how much I give. If I stop performing or being strong, something bad will happen. I've also learned that sometimes, no matter how hard I try, things still don't work. Maybe that's why I can't really slow down and rest. That's why receiving feels uncomfortable or unsafe. I'm the one who gives, not the one who receives. I'm starting to unpack all of the layers to this, and there are many. Maybe since everyone in my life was so helpless, I think that if I accept help and support, I'll be just like them. This helpless, incapable little creature. And I don't want to be that way. So now either I help and support everybody else and put my needs last, or I accept help and turn into an incapable person and lose love. Those options are really not fantastic at all. No wonder why I've been in this dynamic for so long. It's actually starting to make a lot of sense. What if some of the ways I act today are based on old misunderstandings or obsolete patterns? The worst is over. I made it through carrying everything alone. It took enormous strength and energy. I honor that younger part of me for surviving. And I keep honoring myself by choosing something healthier. I'm ready to give younger me something different, something that she has always needed and wanted. I'm here for her now. I'm here to support her. And supporting her also means accepting help and support. It's accepting that we are all responsible for ourselves. It's accepting and realizing that when I always say yes to others, I say no to me. And I'm the most important person for me. I'm allowed to have needs. I'm allowed to ask for help and receive it without immediately compensating. This is actually how nature works. This is a natural cycle and dynamic. Bees help flowers and trees pollinate. They carry pollen from plant to plant. And that pollen helps bees make honey. And honey sometimes feeds bears. It's all part of a natural cycle. It is normal and natural to give and receive equally. That's where energy and harmony get restored. I choose to realize people love me because of who I am. Just like I love people for who they are, not for what they give me. I choose to focus on those people. It is safe to put some weight down. It is safe to be supported. I'm learning to receive love, money, and support that I give to others. It starts right here, right now, in this moment. And I can start with tiny baby steps. For example, I can go to the grocery store and ask someone where the apples are, even if I already know. That's a small act of asking for help. That's how I become more and more comfortable receiving support. And as I open that small door, more and more flows in. I release the identity of that person who never needs anything. I'm allowed to be human. Uncertain, imperfect, and still so worthy. And I forgive myself for putting myself last. That's what people taught me. And now I give myself something better. Okay, take a deep breath in, breathe out. I recently heard on a podcast something that really, really made me think. And the host said, if you always support, you cannot receive support. And in the beginning, I was like, no, this is nonsense. Not, this is nonsense. Like, why would that be? And when I really, really thought about it, I realized that, maybe in my life earlier, because I worked a lot on that, I would be able to receive small levels of support or superficial amounts of support. For example, I'd ask for a friend to help me carry a suitcase when we were walking at the airport or somewhere, which is already amazing, but a small act of support. But for the huge things like asking God to support something that was majorly stressful, there was always this feeling that no, it's not going to work. I have to work harder for it. It can't be this easy. The support cannot just fall from the sky. The situation cannot solve itself without me having to suffer or work hard through the process. And then I kind of realized that that podcast host was right. If you're always the one supporting everyone else, it kind of becomes so ingrained in our identity and was often a survival pattern that we think that if we are the one being supported, our survival is at risk. So that is my food for thought for today. Thank you so much for tapping, and I'll see you in the next video.